let's talk about everyone answers. You may have heard this called no opt out, but this is my version with a little twist to it. The basic idea is really simple here. When we ask a question, we expect that every student is ready to respond. We don't necessarily need the right answer, but we do need some kind of answer. When a student says, I don't know, or just stay silent, they're taking themselves out of the lesson. And if we let students do that in class, other students are going to see this and they may also refuse to answer. So with everyone answers, no one can check out. We still help and we guide them. But students understand that they need to respond in some way. And that doesn't mean knowing the right answer every time. It just means they are thinking and engaging. So what's it look like? Let's say you ask students a question and you get the I don't know, or they just freeze. Instead of giving the answer or moving on to another student, we're going to break the problem down. We're going to decrease the difficulty until we get some kind of response from them. So we might say some simple things like, let's back up. What topic are we working on? What is the question asking you to find? And where could you find the answer? And even something simple like, are we adding or subtracting? Give them a choice. If you had to choose, what would you pick? This or that? Each question lowers the complexity. And once the student answers anything, you can build on that and then move on. Optionally, of course, if the student just needs more time, you can give it to them. You can say, I'm going to give you a minute to think, then I'll come back to you. Then you go and engage another student. But remember, you do need to actually come back. We're not letting them off the hook. So, for example, if I ask, what's the capital of Texas? And I get nothing. I may then ask, in sequence, how many capitals does each state have? Is the capital a city or something else? Is Houston the capital? Things like that. We work down to that yes or no, and we can get a response. We're not giving them the right answer. We're just giving them some additional information that they can use to get at the right answer. Keep in mind that we don't want other students to give them the right answer either. That's just another way that they're going to opt out. Instead, if you want to bring another student in, what you can do is say to that other student, can you show him where to find the answer? Can you remind him what step that is, and so forth? The helper student then points the original student in the right direction, and they can still look it up and still give us the correct response. Now, for this technique to work, we're going to introduce this at the beginning of the year, and we're going to tell students saying, I don't know, isn't going to get you off the hook. I'll help you out, but you have to give me some kind of response. That way we're letting students know participation is the expectation and not the exception. Remember, our goal here is to get some kind of response. When used consistently, students will become more comfortable and participation just becomes automatic. It's actually easier for them to respond than not to respond. So that's Everyone Answers.